Hi, my name is Benjamin Lehrer, and I am a sophomore mechanical engineering student at Johns Hopkins University. For my dissection project, I am taking apart a Fujifilm 35mm 800 ISO disposable underwater camera. Purchased from Amazon.com, this camera cost $26.50. In normal operation, this camera is operated by rotating the dial on top to advance the film, then pressing the shutter lever to take the photo before advancing the film once again. It was likely recently manufactured as was purchased new. No fasteners were used to assemble the camera, and it was simply snapped together using injection molded plastic parts. The two case halves fit together using a gasket to provide a waterproof seal. Removing the camera from the case, you can see the lever for the shuttle and the knob for advancing the film. These parts likely have an interference fit with the case to provide a waterproof seal while still performing their role in the camera. In addition, the green knob on the case has a torque transfer profile that closely matches the profile of the knob on the camera. This allows the film to be advanced as it is rotated. The green shutter button on the case aligns with the shutter button on the camera to take a photo. Inside the injection molded camera body is a spool of film. Similar to the knob on the case, this spool has a spline torque transfer profile to allow it to be advanced. Opening the camera further required a screwdriver to be used to release the cantilevered plastic spring latch. The camera control parts that mesh with the knob and the lever on the case can now be seen. In addition, the ratchet mechanism that advances the number of remaining exposures can now be seen in operation. When the user presses the shutter button, a shutter is slid off of the aperture in order to expose the film. This can be seen more clearly with the lens removed. This component is small and light as it sees very little load, but must complete a full cycle in 1/100th of a second. The camera operates as a belt drive, with the spool on the right being used to advance film from the spool on the left for exposure. After removing the shutter mechanism, you can see the region where the film is exposed. Inspecting the mechanism reveals a cam and follower used to only allow the user to press the shutter while the appropriate region of film is exposed. Finally, the position of the cam and levers allows the user to advance another exposure. While safety is not a large concern for this camera, the engineers did have to consider the environment it is operated in and included a gasket in compression between the case halves to keep it sealed.